Hello guys, what is going on? Welcome back to another video on our channel today. Before we get into this one, apologies that I haven't been uploading. Obviously been mad with work and all that. So I haven't really had the time to record a video, but we are back. And as you can see on screen, we are going to be predicting the Premier League table for this upcoming season, which starts in what, 3 days, 2 days, 4 days, whatever it is. Pretty sure it starts on Saturday. So we're going to be working our way up from the bottom, and then we are going to be obviously finding out who I think is going to win the Premier League for the 2021 season. So starting off down below, it's between Fulham and West Brom. I'm not gonna lie, it's between them two, and I think Fulham will do better than West Brom. So I'm gonna put West Brom in at number 20. In number 19, but I mean Leeds are gonna do well. I reckon Leeds are gonna do well. I mean, it could be like Brighton haven't really had that much of a great season. But yeah, I mean, see, I feel like Fulham. I mean, I've watched a few Premier League like predictions, and people have put Fulham like in the relegation spot. But I feel like Fulham might be able to do something. But then it's the question of who is going to go down, and I feel like Burnley normally do all right. Brighton can be hit and miss. I'm going to put Brighton in number 19, and then in 18, what do we do? Aston Villa or I mean, Aston Villa barely scraped survival last season, and they should have got relegated, to be fair. So I'm going to put them in number 18. And obviously they've still got Grealish at the moment, and if they get rid of Grealish, then they're done for. 17, we are going to put Fulham. I mean, Fulham, they used to be a good team, and I think they could just about scrape survival. Never know. Right, what are we on? Number 18? But I'm going to put West Ham. Just because I don't think they've made any sort of like new signings. And again, they had a really bad season last season. And I just don't think they'll cope with or like compete like they probably like mid-table side that they should be. But yeah, and then above them, I am going to put Newcastle. I mean, Newcastle, like, fair enough, they've got like Saint Maximin and all that, but they don't do anything. They paid what, like 30 or 40 million for Joelinton, I think, and he scored what, like 4 goals, 3 or 4 goals last season. So he's kind of not really done anything. So yeah, I'm going to go with Newcastle for 15th, and then in at number 14, I am going to put Burnley. Now Burnley are a team that like you can go to them and you can do well, or you can go to them and they'll just absolutely like make you look like you're not even playing great. But yeah, Burnley are a decent side, and if they play like they did last season, then they could potentially scrape sort of like mid-table. And then above them, I am going to go Southampton. Again, Southampton probably one of them teams where a bit of hit and miss. I mean, Danny Ings for them was doing bits last season, so he's like that again this season. Then fair play to him, and they could potentially do well. Yeah, actually, I don't think didn't they sell some people? Pretty sure they sold some people. But oh well, keep them there. In number 12, we are going to go for. I'm going to go for Leeds. I think number 12 would be a very good spot for them. Obviously, they've just come up from the Prem, but they've just come up from the Championship. But I think they're going to do quite well. Obviously, they've just signed Rodrigo the old Spanish striker who is fairly decent, and they're after someone else who's pretty decent as well, but I can't remember who it is. So I reckon they'll get a mid-table finish, which for Leeds that'll be fairly decent, to be fair. And then in number 11, I'm going to put Crystal Palace. Now Palace are a bit of a bogey team. Obviously they've still got Zaha, they've got all that lot, but they're pretty decent. What is it? That 11's a bit high for Palace, though, isn't it? 11 is a bit high for Crystal Palace. I might change this. I might change this. We're not going to put Palace in. We're not going to put Palace in. I'm going to put. I'll drag this up. I'm going to move Leeds to 11th. I'm going to put Southampton above Palace as well. So Southampton can go there. No, that's Sheffield. Southampton can go there. Do I reckon Newcastle will finish above Palace? I'm going to put Burnley above Palace. Right, so Palace can go here. Oh. And I'll put it in there. Burnley. Burnley can go there. So Palace are going to be a bottom. And then we get into the top 10. Now this is where it gets tricky. And I think Sheffield are going to get 10th. Obviously they absolutely smashed it last season, and I actually thought they was going to get Champions League, which would have been absolutely mental. So if they can have a repeat of last season, then fair play to them. And then in number 9, I'm gonna go with Leicester. I mean, Leicester are they're a good team, don't get me wrong, but I feel like they're sort of dropping off from what they were a couple of seasons ago. And I know Wolves have been signing a few people as well, so that's why I'm going to put them in at number 8. Yeah, I reckon Wolves will finish above Leicester. And then into number 7, I'm going to go with Everton. Now, Everton have done some absolute madness and somehow signed James Rodriguez and I think it's Decore as well. So they've done well. So if they can get them to sort of gel together, then they could do alright, to be fair. And then in at number 6, I'm going to go with Spurs. I mean, they're just not. It's just Spurs, isn't it? You know what I mean? Yeah. I just don't think they'll do anything. And I don't think they've actually signed anyone. I don't think they've signed anyone. But yeah, I just don't think they'll do much. And I think the top 4 this season is going to be absolutely mental. So in at number 5, this one is between United and Arsenal. And I mean, alright, United have signed Van der Beek, but they didn't really need him. Arsenal have signed a couple of people. I mean, United were getting back into things, weren't they, last season? But Arsenal was still. I'm going to put Arsenal in 5th. I'm going to put Arsenal in 5th. Just because it would just be an Arsenal thing to not qualify for Champions League again. And then in at number 4, we're going to put United. Obviously, like I just said, they've signed a couple of people, Van der Beek being one of them, to sort of strengthen their midfield. But if they can gel together, like Pogba, Pogba, Fernandes, and then if Greenwood can play well again and Rashford and all that, then they could do bits, to be fair. Now this is where it gets tricky. 3rd, 2nd and 1st. Chelsea, Liverpool and Man City. I mean, obviously I support Liverpool, so Liverpool won it last season, which was absolutely amazing. However, during pre-season, we have not been the team that we should be. Like, we have not looked great at all. So it's going to be a bit of a difficult one. And I mean, Chelsea have just been out here spending money like it's not even there. However, I am going to put Chelsea in number 3. just because they've spent a lot of money. It's practically a whole new team. You know, they're gonna take a while to gel together. Um, and yeah, I just don't think that they'll. I don't think that they'll be able to push to the top like Liverpool or Man City would. And saying that, in number two, I am going to put Liverpool. I just don't think that we'll be able to. Like, we haven't really signed anyone. I mean, if we get Thiago, then fair play. See that whole thing still going on. Um, but yeah, other than that, we haven't really signed anyone, which kind of sucks. But the team is strong. It's just dependent on, like, obviously towards the last part, like when football resumed, like since we won the title, we dropped off massively, performance-wise of what we should be. Um, and yeah, I just don't think we'll have the capability to push again to retain it, which means, much as it pains me to say, I do think Man City will go ahead and win. I mean, they've signed a couple of people, and I think they're still after Koulibaly as well. But apparently stuff's been agreed for that. So if they get Koulibaly, then fair play to them. And yeah, that'll just sort out their defence. Gonna be mad. So that brings an end to my Premier League table for this new season. And yeah, I will predict, and in what, about a year's time maybe, or when the season finishes, we'll come back to this and we'll react to it, or we'll react to this video. And yeah, we'll see how many we got right. We'll see what we got wrong. We'll see if there was any surprise teams or any sort of surprises that happened. And yeah, all right, let's go. Now, confirm that. Look at that. Look at that. That is what I predicted. But yeah, that's my. Let me know what you guys think, or who you guys think is going to win. Or just send me like the table list, the table in the comments down below of what you think it would be. And yeah, that is going to bring an end to the video for today. So thank you for watching. Hope you all enjoyed. Subscribe if you haven't already, and if you are new, would very much appreciate it. And yeah, keep an eye on the video. I say this every time. Keep an eye out on the channel for more videos. Yeah, hopefully going to record a few more today and schedule them for throughout the week. But yeah, thank you for watching, and until next time, take care.